Great, and I think it's just a transfer to what we were doing, for the past 3 weeks before, we even got on the field with all the coaches and stuff like that. We've spent a lot of time together, probably almost 2 months now. So, it's been good. Everybody's going around, flying fast, and yeah, making big plays. As we should and as we knew we were going to do. So there's a lot of people, a lot of receivers, in our group, that could, have different abilities and could put them in different places. I mean, you put Laviska in the backfield and watch him work and stuff like that. And everybody's been great, and everybody's been, taking the coaching and just having a good time. So yeah, we're just going to continue to do that.
And just a quick follow-up. Since you mentioned the high energy, I'm just curious. Did they have like the PA announcer in Detroit? How would you describe OTAs this week and the energy that you guys have on the field in previous ones you've been a part of?
I mean, it's definitely different. It's something that I've never, been a part of, but it's pretty cool, just because what's coming next, because he's gonna say it 100 times. so it gets you ready for, it gets you ready for all the energy that's gonna bring. Like, when we go to individual period and we go to team, he's yelling and constantly reminding us to, hey, bring the injury. Bring the energy. So it's something that's different. But it's something definitely that I like, just because it gets everybody going, gets everybody rolling in the right direction. So yeah, it's been great.
Awesome. Thanks, Marvin.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mia. Let's go to John Reed and then Ashlyn Sullivan.
How you doing? Can you talk a little bit about just how the cohesion and the togetherness has been out there this?
Yeah.
How would you compare that to where you've been at your other previous teams?
Well, I think in a lot of teams there's a lot of cohesion. All the teams that I've been with or a part of, we've had cohesion. So I think this is no different. I think it brings a different element just because, like we said, all the energy that it brings, and we're always together, on that field and, moving at 100 miles an hour, so you get to experience that with each other, and that comes great responsibility because, when everything's going fast, you need to rely on your brothers to, hey, if somebody misses a car or somebody does something like, or somebody's over here, you got to pull them in the right direction. So like everybody's always communicating. And I think when you have that, kind of that chaos is great because the communication has to go up, So that's one thing that I like about the energy and in the cohesion that we have. But, it's been a short time, but I mean, obviously all of the individual groups, have been together for some time now. So we have cohesion there, and, it transferred nicely into the team, into, all of the groups. So it's good.
Thanks, John. Let's go to Ashlyn Sullivan and then Mark Long.
Hey, Marvin, you mentioned that there are a ton of guys on the field right now, and I know you saw some 7-on-7 today on defense. Is there anyone that stands out? I know you're probably getting a lot of looks, but has anyone stood out to you these past couple of practices?
Well, it's just a lot going on, So a lot of the times, there's a lot of young guys out there, and I'm just trying to do my plays and then coach the young guys. So I think we'll get as the weeks go on. I'm pretty sure somebody will stick out. But right now I'm just focused on our group and our offense and what we have to do in terms of execution and stuff like that. But we have a lot of time for that.
Awesome. Thanks, Ashlyn. All right, let's go to Mark Long.
Hey, Marvin. I'm just curious. You got a pretty famous tight end now playing with you. I'm just curious what you think of.
What?
Just curious what you think of the Tim Tebow story, changing positions 9 years after he last played in the league and 33 years old. Do you look at that as, this is pretty cool to have a front row seat for this, or do you, I don't know, what's your take and how's he received in the locker room?
Well, I'm kind of mad because I was the oldest guy on the team. Now, he has me by 2 years, so I have to talk to him about that. But no, it's been great. Obviously everybody knows the type of worker that he is, and it's no different. He came in here and fit right in, just working and learning and stuff like that. Just in the back when he's not in, he's looking at the plays and running extra and doing what he needs to do to get this new position going. So it's been good. It's been good to have him here, most definitely.
All right. Thanks, Mark. It looks like that's the last question. So Marvin, thanks so much for your time. Really
Boom.
appreciate it.
Have a good weekend, y'all.
Thank you. Tight. It looks like Rashawn's going to be here shortly, so don't hang up.
Yes, I can. How you doing?
Great. Good to see you. We're going to go ahead and get started right away with Mia O'Brien. And then if anyone else has a question, go ahead and raise your hand now.
Hi, Rayshawn. Hope all is well.
Thank you.
Curious, the OTAs here in Jacksonville, at least in talking to Marvin, are a bit more high energy
Right.
than some stops. How would you describe, the PA announcer, the coach's energy compared to some of your previous OTA experiences?
All right. I would definitely agree with Marvin. It's a lot of energy just around the entire building right now. We got a lot of guys in. That's something that's kind of different than what I've been used to in the past. We got a lot of guys in. So we can really get some good on good reps. You can just feel the energy. You can just feel the amount of just guys that are out there. And, everybody's, fairly new, to one another. So, of course, there's going to be some energy there and guys trying to get to know one another and things like that.
And I'm just curious, the jersey number choice.
Mm-hmm.
Walk us through that. What was your reaction when they said about you could have single digits?
All right, so as soon as I heard single digits, I was happy, man. So the original number I wanted was 8, and I know Brunel wore it in the past, so they were like, I was like, all right, just what's the next number? And it was like number 2's open, and number 2 was the first number I wore in football ever, when I was a young fella. So That was my first number ever. So, just even seeing me with that 2 on again, even brings back memories and stuff. So it's kind of cool to even that the NFL even, pass that rule.
Awesome stuff. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Mia. Let's go to Mark Long and then Ashlyn Sullivan.
Hi, Rayshawn. Defense had a really good day today, especially in the red zone. Do you feel like some of that chemistry is building? Can you do that here in shorts and when it's not quite the same as regular tempo?
Yeah, absolutely. Just like I said earlier, we have, I don't even know the number of guys. I want to say maybe 90 guys here. So it's easy to get, good competition on competition. And, I feel like one good thing that I saw today was that everyone was competing. That's the number one thing that I saw today, which will, make up for a lot of mistakes down there, especially in that area of the field, which is probably one of the more critical areas of the field than any other place.
And then that number 85 guy, he's a pretty famous tight end. Just curious, as a safety, do you go into that going, this is my chance to get knock down Tebow or knock down a pass intended for Tebow? I don't know. Or do you just look at it as, he's just another guy?
Nah, he's just another guy, man. Tebow, I met him briefly, just in the locker room. So really good guy from what I can tell. But I don't look at it as, as Tebow or, anybody who's just right there. I just look at it, I'm trying to work on what do I need to do this play? What are my keys? What am I looking at? It doesn't matter what number the jersey is or whoever is right there in front of me. So I'm just always trying to just work on my toolbox and work on my craft.
So you guys just don't get wrapped up at all in, the storyline of former quarterback, Heisman Trophy winner, changing positions at age 33, 9 years after last playing in the league, all that stuff?
No, we don't get caught up in any of that. You can't get starstruck around here. It's just it's the business, man. I play with, numerous of superstars, man. I can name a list full, but we're all friends at the end of the day. We're all co-workers at the end of the day.
Thank you, sir.
Yep, thank you.
Thanks, Mark. Let's go to Ashlyn Sullivan and then Cassidy Hill.
Hey, Rayshawn, I know you and Shaq were both very fired up to be back together, playing together. Now that you've had a couple of practices together, have you learned something about him maybe that you didn't know? I mean, it's been a while since you've been on the same team again. You
could just tell just both of our mindsets and approach to the game is just different and much more just professional. Even like today, we came out there, we came and before practice, we talked to each other. Hey, what do you need to work on today? What do I need to work on today better? Let's make sure we're doing that. And if we don't if we don't see each other doing that, let's hold each other accountable. And so it's just a professionalism as we age. But no, he's always been a great football player, and I expect nothing else and nothing less. And I would definitely. Think he thinks the same about me.
Thanks, Ashlyn. All right, let's wrap it up with Cassidy Hill.
Hey, Ray.
How you doing?
The NFL proposed a new rule change this week with tackling below the waist, and it can be done in this situation, but not this situation. Certain rules on special teams. How cognizant do you have to be of those things, like even during OTAs, and just how does it change your job, like knowing like you can only tackle here and here and only on these situations? I guess just how much more difficult does it make it on the field?
Right. I mean, it does make it a little more difficult, but it's not really a new rule. It's something that the NFL, I feel, has been trying to do for the past few years, is just get the head out of the tackle. So we've been practicing and teaching, but they've been teaching us ways to keep our head out of it, the wrap and roll type of tackles and everything. But it does just make you be just a little more mindful of, especially those big hits. You might see a receiver coming across the middle, and you have to lower your strike zone. But I mean, you're a professional at the end of the day. Rule change is gonna happen. Just you gotta they pay you to play the game how it's supposed to be played. So I would say just make the minor adjustments, and it'll be safe and fun for everybody. So
with the new rule change proposing like no blocking below the waist.
Oh, blocking.
Right. Or no, tackling. I'm sorry, tackling below the waist.
Wait, no tackling below the waist?
On like returns or changes of possession.
I don't think I heard that one.
Yeah, it's a new proposal. So like you can't go below the waist, you can't go high. Like,
Oh,
how do you
erase
practice-
erasing my last answer. I'm no. No, that's interesting. Shoot. I don't think I even heard of that yet.
Pretty sure I read it right. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we'll see how things go moving forward. I
Yeah.
don't even know how I'm gonna tackle now. I don't know. I got to think
Or
about how
maybe
much.
it is blocking. I'm sorry. You know what? I think it is blocking. So erase my question too.
Oh,
This is
okay.
just a wash for both of us.
Oh, that's good because I don't block people. So.
Okay, never mind.
No,
I went
okay,
into it thinking tackling.
All right. Well, thanks, Cassidy. Appreciate your time. Rayshawn, you are all done. We appreciate your time as well.
All right. Thank you guys.
Thanks. Have a great weekend.